Hi, we're back.
We're back again.
I'm too excited. Okay, so last week I gave Jenna this book to read. This is Alice Feeney's My Husband's Wife, and she's about 75% through it, and it's a thriller, and it's twisty, and what's going on. And it's been so fun this week when we do chat about whatever, and I'm like, how's it going in the book?
I know, and I'm like, I have ideas, and then I'm waiting for her to give me feedback, and she's like, poker face.
No, I'm so zipped my lip because I don't want to give anything away always. Okay, so this is about Eden Fox, and she's an artist on the brink of her big break, and she sets off on a run, as one does on a Thursday. And honestly, the first thing that pissed me off in this whole book is she didn't take her phone.
No.
Or anything. And like,
it's like she's never watched Dateline.
Any true when she returns to her home that they recently moved to, called Spyglass, nothing is great. Her key doesn't work. She doesn't work. And it's, she's making a kind of a mess. She's banging on the door, and who comes to answer is a woman. Mm-hmm. And she's like, can I help you? And she's like, who are you? And she's like, I'm the owner of this house. So the person that opens is like, I live here. And she's like, no, you don't. I live here. This is my house. Who are you? Why are you here? And then up comes from behind the woman that answered the door is her husband. And he's like, can I help you? And she's like, honey, who is this woman? What is going on? And he's like, yeah, what?
And the lady that answered the door kind of looks like Eden Fox.
Yeah. Our Eden is like, no ID, no phone, a key that doesn't work, and now she's causing a ruckus. So they call the police. A local police guy comes up. What's his name?
Carter.
Luke
Carter, but they just call him Carter.
Carter's like, we're gonna figure this thing out. You got to come with me. You're like causing a disturbance.
Disturbing the peace.
Yeah, and so they go to the police station. He's like, did you fall on your run? And like, maybe you are you okay?
Little cuckoo.
Anyways, so what happens? And I'm not going to say anything more.
Nothing more. You can't say anything more, but it's twisty.
So tell me your impressions.
Okay.
So far.
So I'm thinking.
And some of the things that she has said to me this week, I was like, ooh, I thought that
too. Okay. So I'm thinking, now that I'm 75% in, some of my impressions are a little bit different. Some of my thoughts. Now I'm thinking the daughter may be involved. I think there might be some sort of switcheroo. I'm thinking the husband, maybe he's abusive. So she's trying, this is like a big ruse to get away from him and try to frame him, is what I'm thinking. But then there's this weird connection between the investigator, not Carter, but this female investigator, and the house that they lived in, and her grandmother, and then the company that the husband runs.
Okay, say this is not a spoiler. I think you can say this without spoiling anything. Who the investigator, the female investigator,
her name is Olivia Bird, or Birdie.
And
the house that Eden Fox ran to that her key didn't work,
called Spyglass,
which is weird, used to belong to Birdie's grandmother, who she didn't know was alive.
Yeah.
And there's some connection between the grandmother and Birdie and the company that the husband runs. But then I also got to thinking, with her being 10 years older, like, what is there some sort of time travel thing going on? But I don't think Alice Feeney writes time loop type mysteries.
This is my first Alice Feeney, so I don't know.
Yeah, I had to do a little research to see, because I thought, went down the rabbit hole and said, okay, so I don't think she really does time loop type things, which makes me think this is very Agatha Christie-esque, the lady vanishes type thing, where there's a switcheroo going around and no one really knows. But what's getting me now is I'm trying to figure out what the connection is between the grandmother and Birdie and Thanatos. I think there's something.
Thanatos is the company that
the husband runs.
Yeah.
And their whole spiel is they can tell you the day of your death.
Yeah. They predict it. He's developed some kind of algorithm that's like, this is the day. Also, this is also not a spoiler. So when we meet, because it changes points of view a lot. And so if you're a point of view changer, this is going to do it for you. And it also makes it go so fast because you're like,
and the chapters are really short. Yeah. So it's like.
Yeah. So when we meet Birdie, we literally meet her at the like oncologist, and
Mhm.
she's found out that she has some type of cancer, and she's
Yeah.
going into the MRI machine, and she's like, spicy girl. She's like, bitch, talking about the nurses.
I know. Her internal monologue is so funny, but she's an animal lover, so you know she's a good person because
Yeah.
she
And she's
loves
a
her
book
dog.
lover.
I mean, I did that when I was single. I made a will just to make sure my dog was taken care of in case
It's very responsible of you.
I know. I mean,
Yeah.
so anyhow, so those are kind of my theories. I have a full-fledged theory? No.
So Birdie is also a London like excellent police investigator. When she
Mhm.
finds out she has cancer, she's like, retirement happening early.
Mhm.
So she goes to this area where
This little
Spyglass
town.
is, and
Hope Falls.
Hope Falls, and Carter.
Hope falls right off the cliff.
So Carter is like the only police officer there. Like, this is a very safe place. He's the only one. And she's like, well, I'm your supervisor. And first day there's a murder. And so she's like trying to help Carter figure this whole thing out. Well, Carter goes and interviews
Old Man Stu.
Old Man Stu and records it. And so we get the first perspective of Old Man Stu by the transcript that Birdie is listening to. But then Birdie is like, Carter's kind of a knucklehead. Okay. He does not like, maybe
He didn't even remember he had a wife. Just saying.
Oops.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, and I love her office. She offices at the local pub.
But she doesn't drink.
No, but still
Yeah.
hanging out at the pub all day.
Way better than
In
the
Cornwall, right?
stuffy one-man office with Carter, who's an absolute knucklehead. Anyways,
But he's a hot knucklehead, so we hear.
well, we're in spoiler section. Do you want to say what happens?
Oh, you know they get it on. Come on. Everybody knows.
And apparently he's excellent at what he does. Anyways, he's a much better lover than police officer.
So maybe he's in the wrong line of work, Carter. Chippendales might be calling.
But anyways, back to Old Man Stu.
Yeah.
So the first interview is her listening to Carter's transcription of Carter interviewing Old Man Stu. Well, then she's like, Carter's a knucklehead. I don't think he asked all the right questions. And also, I'm going to go and verify. So she gets a different version.
Yeah.
Of Stu's. And Stu is like, why don't you ask the other guy? I thought you guys were police officers. You're supposed to be smart. Why can't you remember what I said? And then he totally like jumbles up his own memories. And she's like, oh,
yeah,
unreliable.
Yeah. So then it's sort of like, were there two women going up the hill or were there not? Because at one point in time he said one thing, and then at another point in time he said another. And both times he is absolutely sure he's giving the God's honest 100% truth because bless his heart.
Indeed, and bless his heart.
So anyhow,
so you're at the
I'm gonna
part.
finish this tonight.
Say what part you're at right now.
Oh yeah, I'm at the part. What has just happened? Oh, Carter's wife that he forgot about has invited.
That.
Yes, and she invited Birdie over for dinner. So Carter's there checking in with the wifey. And she's setting the table, and he's like, "Well, we normally just sit on the sofa in front of the TV." She's like, "Oh, well, I invited your boss over," and he's like, "Oh,
he's like, oh no!" And then Birdie comes in, and he's like,
I haven't gotten to that part."
Like with his eyes, he's like, "Please don't tell her," obviously.
So
Scoundrel.
anyhow, I will be
Carter.
finishing this tonight.
Oh, and I've told her I will do whatever I need to do. I read this book, but I happened to listen to specifically chapter 67 on the audio.
We're going to get me reacting to listening to that.
I want to listen to it again.
Yeah, so start at 65. So, okay. All right, so we will read that.
Okay, so two wonderful things are happening right now. I have a puppy on my lap, and also Jenna just hit a very important place in the book.
I did not see that coming. That this is, I know. You didn't either, did you? Okay. I got to finish this. I'm like getting there, but you gave me no clue.
I know, but look, puppy.
I'm almost there.
Oh, wait, I didn't record it. Dang it.
This whole few chapters are like plot twists. It's one after another that, I mean, she was married to Harrison. and
Birdie was married
to Harrison.
Yeah.
And Gabriella's her daughter, and OMG.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm thinking Gabriella killed Eden. Gabriella snuck out and killed them, and I don't know. I got three more chapters.
Okay, then we're gonna listen to 67 together.
Well, I'm on 67.
Oh, we gotta go. We gotta listen to it.
Okay. We gotta listen to chapter 67.
I have always liked to play hide and seek. It's my favourite game. At first, I quite liked the policeman who came to visit me at the manor. I thought he was handsome and that he could be my boyfriend. But then he started asking too many.
Wow.
Is her voice not so creepy?
It is.
I was in the car. I was like,
Oh
my gosh. Talk to me.
Oh, it was the wife did it.
Which wife? My husband's
Jane,
wife?
Carter's.
Plain Jane.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I thought it was Maddie. I still don't know why the pub was closed. I still think that's a little
sussy
shitty.
sus.
Yeah. But I did kind of start to wonder if it was the wife. So, oh my goodness. Okay, I loved it. I just finished it
about 10 seconds ago. Let's spoil it.
Okay, I'm like, I love that there's a happy ending. I love that Gabriella gets her family, like the daughter. I think in all that, the daughter suffered the most with everything.
Well, and Birdie suffered because
the guilt. She felt, yeah.
So Eden, Eden,
Mm-hmm.
who is what's his face is the husband's second wife.
Harrison's second wife.
We find out that his first wife was Birdie.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then Birdie, our resident London wants to be a baddie detective, is like flourishing in her career. So she's got a daughter who's 8, hires a nanny who happens to be Eden.
And so
she's like, this is great. My daughter's well taken care of. I'm flourishing in my career. My hubby's working on his business. This is fantastic. Well, what does Eden do?
Bangs the husband.
Seduces the husband. Gabriella sees them having hanky-panky time, and she tells Eden, who's her nanny, I'm telling my mama. And so what does Eden do?
Throws her over the banister.
Throws an 8-year-old over a banister because you're hanky. Anyways, so because she knows that she royally effed up with that, and she's gonna not only lose her
job, but her be arrested.
So she waits, and then she frames Birdie.
Yeah. So years later, Birdie goes to see, because she has so much guilt. She and Harrison divorced. She can't even go see her daughter in the hospital because she's so guilt-ridden. When she finally does, Gabriella's like, oh, mommy. And so they start to have it, and she starts to talk for the first time in 10 years. And that's when it starts to come out that Birdie's not the one who caused the accident.
Gabriella remembers and starts telling mommy the truth. So, well, and wait, there's also Mary. We have to talk about Mary.
Yeah, Mary does actually work there at the manor where Gabriella is, and she had been a caretaker for Birdie's grandmother at Spyglass.
And then when she died, the grandmother had told Mary, when I pass away, you'll get the house. Mm-hmm. And then what happened is that nobody knew that she actually didn't plan on doing that. And she gave it to Birdie, who is her granddaughter. Right. So Mary's peeved and then gets a job at the manor house because she wants to get closer to this family, feeling like I made this agreement with Grandma Birdie. Yeah. Old Lady Birdie.
But in the end, the three of them, Harrison, Birdie, and Mary, they concoct the plan to kind of get rid of Eden. So they're the ones who, swapped the key, did whatever, tried to make her think she's crazy. And Mary would go hang out and meet people in the village because Eden was kind of a loner. So they all thought Mary was the real Eden.
Real Eden plotting.
And then when Eden ran up the hill to the suicide cliffs or whatever. Birdie was following behind her because she was gonna like tell her off and all this stuff and then push her off the cliff, but she was gone when she got there. And in the epilogue, you find out that the person who pushed her over was Carter's jealous wife.
Because she had seen
Well, she saw him making out kissing Mary, who they all thought was
with
Eden.
Eden.
And so and she also knows that Carter slept with Birdie, and she shows up at the end when Birdie thinks she's dying, and she would have killed her too, except
Birdie
had taken a bunch of pills and
maybe
whatever.
was on her way out anyways.
So kept her hands clean. But in the epilogue, it's sort of like she's keeping an eye because Birdie lived, and Harrison and Mary and Gabriella live overseas, but Gabriella comes and visits with her mom
At Spyglass once a month or something.
and so it's all happy ever after. But Jane, the wife, is lurking, watching. Oh, and they paid off the pub and the mortgage for Carter's family, so his
and
parents
his
are
sister.
back. So it's all good. I'm surprised. I'm gonna have to pick up more of Alice Feeney because I did not see it coming. And normally that's my big complaint. Like I've read Ruth Ware and other, and I can always figure it out. Like I know it's coming. So
Okay, so
really good.
the one itty bitty piece that I was telling you before that I figured out is that the math was not mathing on real Eden being Gabriella's mother. Because it specifically describes that she's like 30. Gabriella's 18. And she's like been married to Harrison for like 9 years or something. I'm like, that didn't work. So I knew that like I knew that real Eden was not Gabriella's mom. That's the only piece that I figured out because of the ages.
Yeah. Very good. I'm going to return your book to you.
Immediate star rating.
Oh gosh, I have to give it like a 4.5, 4.75. I'm going to sleep on it, but it's going to be high. It's not a 5-star read. I mean, can a thriller really be a 5-star read? I don't know. Maybe it can, but
When did you start this? Like Wednesday?
I don't know.
She read this in like 2 days. Did my tabs give anything away?
No, not really.
Okay, good. I had no idea what was going on while I read it, but
yay! What are we reading next?
I don't know. Well, we're reading
Red Rising.
Red Rising.
Red Rising.
We're going from thriller to sci-fi.
Yep.
Here we go. Happy reading.
Happy reading.